Yes, man. We have to stop the music now and go talk to Chairman Freemind. Chairman Freemind. Wagwan, what you say?
Woko, I'm good.
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thanks for taking your time to join us, man.
You're welcome.
You are a rebel. You were a true rebel around the world. So, Freemind.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
Freemind,
yeah, Freemind, yeah. Because I know Freemind is a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. That's how I define it. Right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, good. My technician is doing something on the screen, so we'll put it on the screen in a second. But we got to keep talking. It's like, whoa, time room fast. 11:19 a.m. Wow, my goodness. Okay, yeah, Chairman. So
yes,
how did that come about? Freemind. I mean, it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to other people. I mean, how did that come around?
Well, thank you so much once again for having me on your show.
Yeah, man.
Actually, when I first came on social media, based on my kind of content about religion, consciousness, you understand, awakening, I wanted a name that could bring everything together. As in awakening consciousness, having a deeper knowledge. I wanted a name that could bring everything together. So I sat down and, I had a deep thought. So I said, then somebody who is mentally free from, let me say, religious slavery, political slavery, is somebody who is free-minded. It means you are mentally free from all these things I'm making mention of. You understand? Yeah. So that's how come I came by the name Freemind. And there's also another meaning of Freemind. The state of being free, like having that freedom to speak your mind with no fear or favor. You understand the point? Yeah. So that's how come I call the name Freemind for myself. And me, together with my followers, we become one big family. Yeah. So that's how I came by the name Freemind Family. Then I added Ghana to let people know that my messages are normally based on Ghanaians. Like I'm focusing on my Ghanaian audience and not any other. Yes. So that's how come I came by the name Freemind.
Good. Yeah, that sounds. For the sake of our viewers, can you rotate your view to a landscape?
Landscape.
Yeah, view. Yeah, right now it's like if you can rotate it to a landscape view.
Okay, then.
So,
all right.
Yeah, people can hear you, but they want to see you. So, people, give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I got fans around the world. Some in Jamaica. You know, I'm still trying to learn the Jamaican language so I can communicate with them. You know, so at times I speak it.
That's great.
Then they laugh at me.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to learn other languages.
Yeah. You know? We got fans in Kenya. We got fans in South Africa. We got fans everywhere. You know, Ghana, and so everybody's watching around the world now. So I'm going to put it on the screen in a second. But your definition of free mind is so smart. You know, it's so smart. Yeah, and I'm glad. So, I mean, the things you do, I've watched you, and you talk about everything and anything. And anything that doesn't make sense, you know, you kind of bring some common sense in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Have you gotten some enemies due to that? I bet people hate you for that, right?
Of course. Yeah, sure. As long as you are somebody who is hitting the nail on the head and trying to discuss issues, sensitive issues, not just any issue at all.
Yeah, man.
The kind of issues I discuss are sensitive issues. You understand? It's got to do with people's emotions and ideologies and what people think to be the truth. So definitely once you're on social media discussing such issues, you are surely going to have enemies. So yes. I have a lot of enemies, I would say. But fortunately, most of them are just social media enemies.
Okay.
Most of them are people that I might not even meet in person. You understand the point?
Yeah. I mean,
so if you are somewhere in your home hating on what I do, you are just at home, feeling mad at yourself or at somebody that you might not even get to meet in person.
Exactly.
Yeah. It would have been more dangerous if those who are the closest people around me were the ones who were let me say my enemies. For example, my wife is also a very conscious person.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. She's not religious. I say, or let me say, I always say that when it comes to the issues of religion and consciousness, I would say she's now getting more inclined than even me.
Oh, wow.
You understand? Yeah. She's very smart and learned when it comes to those things. So my wife, being my supporter, my best friend, my everything, I don't think I should bother myself so much about social media enemies. Yeah. But yes, they are there, plenty of them. I do get several messages in a day. Sometimes I'll wake up and people will send me random messages full of insults and threats and what have you. If you come to Ghana, you do this, you kill you do that to you, blah, blah, blah. But I've been to Ghana twice and nobody was man enough to stand up to me. Yes, I've been to Ghana twice, I think in the past 2 years. And nobody was man enough to stand up to me. Okay. I wasn't hiding. I was in Ghana. I came live, so all my followers, everybody got to know I'm in Ghana, but nobody could stand up to me. So yeah.
And when you
so far so good. So far so good.
That's good. When you speak the truth, even Jesus Christ was attacked. The people don't want to hear the truth. They want to go their own way and do their own stupid things. And when you talk sense into their head, you become an enemy. I think
that's the problem.
I think I've seen your wife before. You and your wife in Ghana or something. She's Kenyan, right?
Yeah, she's Kenyan. We were in Ghana. That was in 2021, somewhere June.
Yep.
We were in Ghana for the first time. Yeah. That was when she came to Ghana for the first time.
Did she like it there? Did she like it?
Yeah. She enjoyed Ghana, especially the food. The food. Yeah.
I hear they have. I hear they have some sort of jollof rice that's different from Ghanaian, but theirs is better. It's very good.
Yeah, it's not really jollof. They call it pilau.
Oh.
It's made from it's like cooking rice with Swahili spices. Let me say.
Oh.
Yeah. So it looks like jollof, by just having a look at it. But in the raw sense, it's far from how jollof is made.
Okay.
Or prepared, yeah.
All right.
She enjoyed Ghana. She loved Ghana. The only challenge she had was the weather.
Oh,
because
so hot,
Nairobi
right?
is quite cold.
Yep,
yes.
yep.
Like yes. Like currently, I think the weather is about 14 or 13 degrees.
Wow.
Currently.
Wow.
Yeah. So Nairobi is quite cold. So traveling to Ghana at that time in the heat, that's the only challenge she had. But
yeah.
She enjoyed Ghana.
Okay,
she enjoyed Ghana.
Good. Hey, fans are in Facebook. When you come, you have to share. Yeah, share with your family, share with your friends. Okay. Chairman Freemind is here. Yeah, we're gonna hear a lot of things from him. He's very vocal, and people don't like that, and he never stops. You can stop him. So, Chairman, let me ask you. You made a comment about Asante Hene and Bawumia, that's the name, right? The vice president.
Bawumia, yes, the vice president, yeah.
He went there and kind of tried to suck up to Asante Hene or something like that, just to get some votes or that. And you made some comments on that. What prompted you to just not like the meeting?
Well, you see, we are living in a society whereby politically people normally vote based on let me say, some kind of fake life, you understand, on the part of the politicians. Yeah. Like most of them, when they are looking for power, they want to prove to the people, behave as if they are saints, as if they are so humble. So you will find some of them even going to as far as going to the homes of these voters and having a meal with them and all that, just to prove they are so humble. So when I saw that photo of Bawumia kneeling down before Otumfuo, I was like, I mean, what the hell? I wanted, or the main objective of that post was to draw people's attention to the fact that don't vote for Bawumia based on this, how do I call it? Based on this behavior of his, as in trying to make you believe he's so humble, he's so respectful, blah, blah, blah. Don't vote for him. Vote for him based on the promises that he made to you in 2016 and in 2020. You understand? He promised you heaven. He promised you of a better Ghana. He promised you of a better economy. He promised you jobs. He promised you infrastructure. He promised you, Accra, way to have a sky train. He promised you a lot. So it's almost 8 years now, and we are going back to the polls. And Bawumia is telling the people that 8 years has not been enough. He wants 4 more years. So don't vote for Bawumia based on the fact that he pretends to be humble, as in bowing before the Otumfuo, trying to even lick the feet of the Otumfuo just to win the attention, the hearts, the emotional side of the voters.
Yeah, man.
You understand the point? So practically, I wanted to draw the attention of voters that, look, this is what they have been doing.
Yeah.
If you cast your mind back as in 2016, 2014, when we had the elections, he did the same thing. We saw Bawumia and Akufo-Addo going down to the people, going to as far as, having to sit down to eat with the people. If they come to your house and they see you cooking, they'll wait until food is ready. Then they sit down with you to have the meal with you.
Oh my goodness.
Just to send that message like they are humble.
Yeah.
But in real sense, they are not humble.
They're not. Because they do that once before the elections, and then they never do anything again.
When they are very close to elections.
Yes.
Because they understand that most Ghanaians follow these parties not with their brain, excuse me to say, but with their emotions and their hearts.
That's the truth.
So what they do is play with the emotional side of the people. This is what I call emotional psychology.
Yes.
You understand the point? So you'll find some voters on social media praising Bawumia. Oh, see how Bawumia is humble. See how Bawumia has knelt down before the king. See how Bawumia is that and Bawumia is blah, blah, blah. So you realize that when they are going to the polls to cast their vote, they forget about the main reason why they voted for Bawumia.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You see,
so that's how they always create an escape route.
Yeah. You see, I want people to vote for these candidates based on competency. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, but just like you said, they come and suck up to the people, and then they vote based on those kind of stuff. I've heard some people say they are NDC.
Sorry for the tea. The weather is very cold.
No, go ahead. Yeah,
give me warm.
You can sip your whiskey or your vodka. I don't have a problem. I got mine here.
It's very cool. It's very cool, man.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. So I see where you're coming from. So you are not very political. I mean, you kind of talk about it, but you are not like NDC member or NPP member. Or, I mean, what party are you? Do you join a party?
Well, currently I'm not a member of any party.
Good.
As far as I know. But then I've voted twice in Ghana, and I have never voted for the NDC. The first time I voted was in 2008.
Okay.
I voted for the NPP, and in 2012 I voted for the NPP. So if I'm to say, or if I'm to call out a party that I belong to, based on the fact that I've never voted for the NDC, I will never call myself a member of NDC. I'll rather say I belong to the NPP. But yes, because I've never voted for the NDC.
They are the same people. It looks like they come in. I mean, after independence, after Kwame Nkrumah, none of these presidents have done anything better. I mean, you live in Kenya. Kenya is way advanced than Ghana. So I mean, these parties. I mean, I don't follow any of them. I need an independent. Somebody like Kofi Kata is a pretty smart guy, but he doesn't have the money. You come out and throw dollars to these guys and they'll vote for you. And he's struggling, and I do advocate for him. I interviewed him, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I wish people would vote for him for a change. Okay, anyway.
I personally, go ahead. I remember when I was a member of a group called Freedom Fighters. I think.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yes, I was a member of the Freedom Fighters, and we had the same mentality that since independence, NDC, NPP has been a failure. We need a third force and all that. It's something I've been preaching for, I think about 1 or 2 years, let me say maximum 2 years.
Good.
Until I got to a point, I realized that we can say, based on facts and records, that NDC and NPP could have done much better than they have done so far. But if you bring those two parties together, definitely you'll find out that one has done a little bit better than the other. And based on the facts and the records, I realized that no. If you look at the number of years NDC have had, right now, currently, NPP and NDC, they've all had 16 years each, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went back, I checked the archives, the track records, and I realized that no, NDC have done far better. Though we can say, I agree with you, they could have done far better than they've done. Looking at the resources we have, looking at the fact that Ghana, Malaysia, Singapore got independence almost at the same time, looking at where they are and where we are. We can say and agree that they could have done far better. But if you compare the two, like I'm saying, NDC, according to me, have done far better than the NPP have done.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, but I see them as both of them didn't do anything up till now, because I mean we live abroad and they come here every time, and like you said, we have the natural resources. They don't even have factories, and they know how systems work. Foreign systems. That's why we will roam come afar, because I say it's good over here. The system works. Why can't we kind of try to portray something like that in our country, in Africa, which is the biggest continent on the planet with all the resources? Anyway, there was something about Asante Hene again. I think you compared him to one of the Arab kings. When this Asante Hene was wearing his large suit and showing up that he's a large member. You made some comments there. Yeah, it's very interesting that somebody with such a pure culture, deep culture, will step out of the boundaries and do something like that. I think it's a shame, But I mean, he can do whatever he wants. But I mean, he's a leader of a tribe. I mean, if you look at Ashanti King in Ghana, this guy is the biggest there, and right now he's stepping out of the boundaries and doing something different. So did you like that? I know you made some. I know you didn't like that, but can you say a little bit about that? I know you didn't like it at all, and I don't like it either. So
yes. All right. Thank you once again. When I saw that picture, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh Lord!
I was like, is it that we are so brainwashed to the point where there's no redemption, or because the Asante Hene is supposed to be the custodian of his own culture.
Yes.
In fact, in the actual sense, he's supposed to be a deity, kind of.
Yes. Yep.
You understand? Because he sits on the golden stool, which, according to the Asante history, was conjured from the sky, through some spiritual means and manipulation. So the Asante Hene is supposed to be a deity.
Yes.
That is why if you go to Benshia, they have a chief, a sub-chief called Subankwa Hene.
Yes, that's true.
That Subankwa Hene is the chief of all the gods in the Ashanti kingdom. You understand the point?
Yes.
So somebody who is supposed to be a deity, anywhere you go, you are supposed to sell out your culture to the outside world.
Yes.
Just like if you look at the kings of Saudi Arabia, UAE, they always dress like Arabs. Because anywhere they go, they want to be identified. They want to sell their culture to the rest of the world. So when I saw the Asante Hene in Freemason regalia, and if you look at the history of Freemason comes from England. I think it does Scotland or England or one of them. It's a Western culture. It has got nothing to do with we black people. So I wouldn't have had much problem if, let's say, somebody who does not occupy any big position in Ghana, like or let's say somebody who does not lead any tribe, or somebody who is not a leader, doesn't have any power in Ghana, being a member of the Freemason, I wouldn't have had a problem. But to have seen the Asante Hene being a member of Freemason, when you sit on the golden stool, when you have so much power, when you command so much, so in the raw sense, you are telling your people that the Freemasonry is much more powerful, much more important,
even better,
much more dignified than your own culture. Because if it doesn't supersede your own culture, I see no reason why you leave your own culture and go and join somebody else's culture, especially knowing the fact that you are the king or you are the chief of an entire tribe.
Yes,
you are not just you are not just a small human being. You are not just an me say an ordinary person. You sit on the golden stool. That's the point. So for him to have even come out openly to tell the world, to tell Ghanaians that, I'm a member of the Freemason, I've been there for 25 years and I'm proud of it. Come on.
You are
ridiculous, proud being a Freemason. You are proud. I mean, you are proud being a member of the cult. Of the same people who came years ago to enslave your ancestors.
Stole from us.
The same people who look, the same people who arrested Prepe the First and took him to Seychelles.
White people.
The same people who fought your kingdom. Today you are telling the people that you are proud being a member of their cult.
Blue class.
It doesn't make sense. You understand?
Imagine.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Let me come in a minute. Imagine Sumankwa Hene going to the Catholic church and kneeling down and taking communion and all that. I mean,
imagine. That's a sellout. In fact, you are trying to tell your people, communicate to your people that the church is more powerful than your own belief system.
Yeah, these people, I call them house Negroes. That's how I call them. I'll call them.
They are happy slaves. You see?
Exactly. Because they kept those guys in the house, and the other people were working on the field. So they were always sellouts, and that's what and that's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go back to religion. You see, I believe in Rastafari. I don't smoke. I don't even smoke cigarette. But I believe it because it's not a religion; it's a way of life. Yeah. So I believe the Rastafarian ideology. So I don't go to church, and I'm not saying anybody shouldn't go to church. I mean, on the last day, I believe there will be a judgment. When you die, you're going to be asked questions, and you can tell God whatever you wanted to do and why you did that. But this guy, what's his name? Prophet Adumche, he said something about he said something about paying tithes, and I think you whipped him there. I mean, how did you? I mean, you don't go to church, so if somebody want to pay tithes, why do you care?
Well, okay, I care because I know. I don't believe I know.
Yes.
That those people are being, let me say, psychologically manipulated to pay that tithe. They are being brainwashed to pay that tithe. That anybody who pays tithe is paying that tithe based on the fear.
Yes.
They've brainwashed them to believe that those tithes they are paying is that's the money that God is going to use to prepare a place for them in heaven, so that someday when they die, they're going to enjoy heaven. So it's like it's like giving your money to the let me say the financial institution and waiting for interest. You understand the point?
Yeah, exactly.
I would not have any problem. Or I wouldn't have had any problem if the people were giving the money out of their own free choice and free will. You understand? But for someone like me who has been on social media speaking the truth, propagating this kind of message, I hate to see people being manipulated with fear. Being blinded by fear. You understand? If it's either you give me the money or this happens to you, it's either you do that. So normally what they preach is to tell you is by your choice. It's either if you want to give to God, give to God. But if you listen to their words, their preaching, the way they go about carrying or selling their message. They don't tell the people the truth. What they do is to blackmail you. It's either you give your money to the church or this happens to you. So if anybody tells you, it's either you give me your money or this happens to you, that person is a psychological criminal. And those are the people that I don't even want to see.
Yeah, I'm with
you. Now
you
take into consideration somebody like Adum Chedria. Apart from being a man of God, so-called man of God, what does he do for a living? He doesn't do any other thing apart from being a man
collects
of God.
money from the poor people.
And today he's rich. Yes. If you look at his church members, how many of them can even boast of 1/10 of what he has?
No.
They can't.
They are slaves. They are slaves.
So you find our mothers who sell tomatoes and garden eggs and small things in the market. They sit under the sun the whole day,
and then give their money to
when they get small money, they go to the church and add that small money to the big fat bank account that Adum Chedria has, because they've been watched them to believe by giving the money to Adum Chedria, you are giving the money to God, which is a lie.
I like you see, that's why we say the Wola people have to go Raster. So if you understand what Raster means, you're not gonna throw your money to these lions. Okay. One Rasta man has a music that says, they tell us of a place called heaven where milk and honey flows. They are stealing in the name of God. They tell us no rich man can go to heaven, but yet the pastor drives a fancy car, has a mansion. So, I mean, people sitting there, come on, people use your senses, use your common sense. It is common sense, So anyway.
And Ras, the funny thing is, these guys are always praying for heaven. They are always telling their congregants or people
what about here?
that there is a better place than here. You understand? You will die and go and enjoy in heaven, blah, blah, blah. And the only way for these guys to go to that heaven is to die. But on a daily basis, constantly, these guys are praying against death. So how do they want to go to that?
Nobody wants to die, you know.
Your son. Yeah. It's like you wanting to go to America, and you know the only way to get to America is to get a visa.
And
you are praying not to get a visa. So how do you want to go to US?
Oh, that's funny, Chairman.
It doesn't make sense in any way.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
But like I'm saying, you have brainwashed the people to believe that's the only way.
Yeah.
And there's a heaven where you die and go and enjoy life, and they are the servants of God on this planet, and they are taking your money on behalf of God. Look, nobody will take your money on behalf of any God.
And one problem that I have is people praying for healing or miracles and that stuff. I mean, instead of going out to get a job, or if your job that you're doing is not paying much, instead of praying and asking God to help you get a job, so you can do other things, they pray for material things. They pray for materials and for cars, for houses, for whatever. I don't know what kind of God they're praying to, but I believe in self-consciousness. I believe in systems. We live in America and we have levels. We have, I'm a mechanical engineer, and there are some people that are higher than me, and I respect them and I learn from them. And I'm higher than a lot of people too, Even in heaven, when you go to heaven, there are levels where some angels can't even go to another level according to their Bible. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe in systems. You come to America or you go to Kenya, whatever, you learn the system. America, here you have to go to school. You get a degree. And then
that's how it's supposed to be.
That's it.
That's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be.
So,
yes.
One thing, you last King Paluta too. I mean, what did he do to you?
King Paluta, that guy. I'm not even done with him. I'm not done with him. Ras, I'm not done with King Paluta yet. I'm not done.
Wow.
You see, I don't hate him as a person.
Yeah.
But I dislike his attitude, and I dislike the fact that he's associating his music with Bawumia's political career.
Yeah.
That is where I have a problem with. And there are some people who send me messages, it's his life, leave him alone. You see, some people don't understand how social media or the public domain works.
Yeah.
Once you're on social media or once you come to speak in the public space,
yes, you got
anybody at all has a right to address you the way they want to address you. You understand? That is why if you think that whatever you are doing is a private issue, or let me say a private affair, you don't bring it to the public domain.
That's true.
Once you bring the issue to the public domain, then we who are in the public domain will have to pick that issue up and address it the way we want it to be addressed.
Yep.
You are an up-and-coming musician who needs the support of each and every Ghanaian.
Yeah.
You need the NPP, you need the NDC, and you have to understand that here in Ghana, we have two main dominant parties. That's the NPP and the NDC. So let's say the NDC has 5 million followers, and let's say the same thing applies to the NPP with 5 million followers. As an upcoming artist, you have to target, if you are smart enough, you have to target to win the love of both the NDC and the NPP. So if you are able to win their love, you have an audience of over 10 million. You understand the point? But if you pick a side, and let's say for me, I will support either the NDC or NPP, your fan base will be limited to just about maybe roughly 5 million or at most 6 million.
Yeah.
Because if you go and support the NPP, the people at the side of the NDC would never ever support you, whether you choose to agree or not. That's the nature of Ghanaian politics. So somebody who is not coming, then you go and openly support Bawumia. And Ghanaians should understand that as it stands now, Bawumia has more haters than lovers, because according to the average Ghanaian, the layman on the street, to the ordinary people, the market men and women, for the past 8 years, Bawumia has failed amicably. Bawumia has failed unprecedented. His style of failure is something that we must even write a book about. So most Ghanaians are angry with Bawumia. Then you in Paluta, you just release a song, I think titled Asida or something, which has been trending all over Ghana and even going across Ghana to the nations like Nigeria. They are all vibing because of TikTok and other social media platform, they are all vibing to that song. Then when everyone is trying to pray for you, oh God, help this guy to go far, blah blah blah, based on their religious beliefs, we then boom, we just see you King Paluta with Baumia Adwasafo, Chebawun to me, and the NPP guys in a bus.
Wow.
Singing that song with Baumia. So you are creating the impression that you have sold the song to Baumia, or you have endorsed Baumia's campaign. You understand the point?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I said, no, I have to come out and address this guy as a brother. Like, if you really want to go far in the showbiz industry, politics, I'm not saying he should go and support Mahama or the NDC. No, I'm just saying he should learn to keep off. Because you are not coming. You are just an upcoming guy.
Yeah.
You understand the point? You might have yes, you have a vote, you might have an opinion about politics and whatever is going on in Ghana. But if you want to protect your career as an artist, you must keep off politics. Because it comes with so much hatred. Because like I said earlier, let me say, most Ghanaians follow these two parties with their emotions and not their hearts. And not their brains. You understand? If that person is an NDC member, anything about the NPP to them is crap. The same way, is that person is an NPP member, anything about the NDC is crap, and they will see nothing wrong with their own party. And so these are people who are not logical in the way they think. Not all of them, but most of them.
Most of them. Yeah.
These are people, yes, most of them. These are people who see their parties like it's everything to them. Most of them even love their parties more than Ghana itself. You understand?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
As an upcoming artist, going to affiliate yourself with Baumia, who has been a failure, of course, you are surely going to incur the anger of the people. And I must admit, I was angry. Yes, I got pissed off to have seen King Paluta. It's not as if he's going to change anything on the ballot. He's not going to, because those who have made their minds to vote for John Dramani Mahama do not change their mind because of King Paluta following Baumia. But as a social media speaker, as somebody who believes in equality, equity, I just have to address him to maybe his management and his lovers are not telling him. So I just thought it's my responsibility as a social media conscious political blogger to draw his attention to the consequences of the choice that he has made. And that's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I've been doing, I think, for the past 5 days. And although I've received so many insults and threats from my fans and lovers of King Paluta, but it's normal. I've been here for, I think, about 4 years now, so I'm used to threats. I'm used to such comments. I'm used to insults. They don't change a thing.
Chairman, we got 8 more minutes. We wanted to keep you for 1 hour, so we won't take more time. But we got 8 more minutes. Let me ask you one more question. I'm talking about King Paluta. I know you love Kofi Kata. You really like
Kofi Kata. Yes.
What makes you like him? Is it because of his music, or because he doesn't associate himself with these guys, these politicians?
Well, he does well in music. I would say he's one of the most talented musicians that we have in Ghana. He's very good in what he does. I love his genre. I love his style of music. But then I don't love him because of his music. I love him because of how composed he is. He's somebody who is not really involved in scandals. He's kind of a cool guy who minds his business.
Self-respect.
Yes, who understands the dynamics in showbiz. He understands the journey. He understands where he's coming from and where he's going. And naturally, I love such people who are not too much of talkatives, talk too much. I have this, I have that. I love people who are well collected, who display a high sense of maturity. And over the years, I've been able to see such traits in Kofi Kata. So I love him, not physically. Yes, I enjoy his music, especially this music, I think the Crusade. What's the name? Hey, I'm not good in musical. He said, that's
Kofi Kata, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one good music.
By Kofi Kata, yes. I really enjoy that music. So he's good at what he does, but I love him because of his personality, not for the music that he does, but basically his style, his personality, and all that. Yeah, that's the main reason.
That's good. Yeah, he came out with some reggae tune. I can't remember the title, but I do like.
Yeah, yes. I'm not good in even recalling song titles, but I just vibe to them. I just vibe to them.
You see, when I play music, I play music because of the words being said in the music, the lyrics, what it's talking about. Yeah. I don't just play any music. So when I play reggae music, if you listen to me, I don't just play anything. I pick and choose, because one time, I think I remember way back before Peter Tosh died, he had an interview, and the guy asked him similar question about reggae music, and he said reggae is a food for the soul, and you can't hear reggae music, you can't listen to reggae music, you have to feel it, something you have to feel in the heart, and that's listening to the
Personally,
words.
I enjoy reggae a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you have to listen to me.
My top reggae stars are Lucky Dube.
Okay.
Of South Africa, Bob Marley, then Peter Tosh.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
nice.
Yes, I do listen to these guys a lot. I enjoy reggae music too. Apart from Afrobeats.
Okay.
I really enjoy reggae. Yeah, good. I really enjoy reggae.
Yeah, Chairman,
because of the content, the content, the content of the lyrics.
Yes.
They normally preach emancipation. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but us can free our minds. Yeah. Exactly. So,
Chairman, the whole world is watching you now. Your fans. I got a lot of your fans here, and they are watching you. And what do you want to say to them? What do you want to say to your fans? I know they love you, but some of them haven't probably seen you. Your image before, like live like this. So
yes.
What encouragement do you have? You want to give them, because people following you. There are people who are going to attack people following you. They're going to call them stupid because they follow you because you speak the truth, and they don't want to hear the truth. So what do you have to say to them so they will concrete their heart, behind you?
Right. I can see them here. So let me first give some few of them shout outs. Mami Esi Mensa, I greet you, then Happy Vosa. And Madam Thelma Edikote, then Gabriel Mai, then yes. Eric Day, I greet all of you. Yeah. My first words to them will be based on religious beliefs. One thing that I want them to understand, is the fact that nobody has seen God before. We all believe, God continues from where our knowledge as a people ends. Mm-hmm. You understand the point? But nobody has seen God before. Nobody has heard God before, as in hearing God talk to you like the way I'm talking to you. Nobody has heard that kind of thing before. Yep. It's always belief, and it's always people telling you what they have experienced. You understand? Without we getting to understand their state of mind at that time that they were having such experiences. So what I want my people to know is you can believe in God. I always say there is nothing wrong with you having a belief that there's a supernatural being through whom everything that we see, we know came into existence. But then the Bible you hold, the religious belief that you hold, there's no guarantee that those beliefs and those books are from that Almighty God that you believe in.
Exactly.
So don't let those books dictate as to how you should live your life. I believe as adults, as conscious people, as intelligent people, we know what is good and what is bad. You understand? If you pick up a gun and shoot somebody, you know definitely it's wrong. In the eyes of God, in the eyes of man, in the eyes of everything, is totally wrong. So once we know what is good and what is bad, I see no reason why we should allow some books which were written about, let me say, about 2,000 years ago, thousands of years ago, to control our modern day life. We have that tendency that you say one thing, then they'll go back to the Bible and quote you. Oh, Paul said this. Okay, let's say Paul even lived or Paul existed, let me say. The days of Paul, you can compare the days of Paul to what we have now in 2024. Today we have technology. In the days of Paul, this live program that we are having wouldn't have been possible. In fact, even in their wildest dream, would they have thought that a day will come where people could come live no matter where you are. I am in Kenya, my boss, you are in the US, and we are having this video conferencing. So knowledge has made it possible. So don't live your life based on what Paul said about 2,000 years ago.
Exactly.
Live your life based on the facts and the reality. You understand that we are experiencing today, so that someday, somehow, let's say about in the next 500 years, you can also say something that those in that generation also quote your words and say, maybe in 2004,
exactly.
Ras ambassador, if I'm not wrong, Ras ambassador.
Reggae ambassador.
Reggae ambassador said this, you understand? So if Paul created his own words and today you want to live your life based on Paul, what are you also creating for the next generation to also come in? You understand the point?
Yes.
So
then
secondly is when it comes to politics. Because I believe these are the two main pillars of every society: religion, politics. They control, they work hand in hand, whether we choose to agree or not, or disagree. So when it comes to politics, as long as you have parties, surely there are people who are going to belong to those parties. But there's always something for you to understand that the politicians that we have are in the game because of their own interest. Most of them,
of course,
because of their own because of their own benefits. What they stand to gain, they can do anything for power, not for the state, especially in this part of the world where we come from. So you should understand that you, as a voter, you are also in politics for your own interest, based on what you want these people to do for you. You understand the point? So let us learn to vote based on issues. For example, the fact that I'm supporting Mahama at this point in time does not mean I'll support NDC forever. No. There might be a time that I'll feel that, no, this candidate of the NPP is much better than what the NDC is presenting to the people. Or let me say, I can even go and support any other candidate apart from this NPP NDC.
Kofi Kata.
Yes, even Kofi Kata, yes. It all depends on the stakes. It all depends on who I feel at that particular point in time is fit is more intelligent and more logical to lead the nation.
That's true.
So let us not be, you can be loyal to a party, but don't be stupidly loyal, because the more you become stupidly loyal, you lose your senses of reasoning. Yes, to the point, even if you are being scammed, even if they are destroy the country, you are not able to talk, you are not able to voice out. So let us be intelligent when it comes to religion, and let us also be intelligent when it comes to politics. It's very, very important. And if we become intelligent, I always say there's nothing that we cannot achieve, because the world is being built on intelligence and not on religious beliefs. That's all I have for them.
Wow. That was Chairman Freemind. We thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you come back next time.
Yes.
I mean, you make sense. I've been listening to you, and you make good sense. And anybody that doesn't like you is just don't want to hear the truth. You see what I'm saying? So keep it up. Keep it up. People hate Abraham Ben Moshe because of because he talks against people's beliefs. We believe in something. I don't believe I have a mother. I know I have a mother. Okay, people believe in things.
That's right.
Things that don't make sense. So keep it up, brother. Keep it up, and hopefully.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll have you.
All right.
Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
No problem. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.